Good morning. It is time for Circle at Home. We are going to listen to our good morning song.
2, 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? In the morning, I clap my hands. In the morning, I do my dance. In the morning, I shout hooray. This is gonna be a wonderful day. Good morning. Good morning.
Time for our Days of the Week song. We're going to listen, snap, clap our hands, and follow along.
Days of the week, 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 days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, 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 days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday.
Hi, class. Today is Wednesday. Let's read a chapter in our book. Have a great day. Love, Miss Sam. Today is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Tomorrow will be Thursday. And yesterday was Tuesday. The season is springtime. The weather is, we have to look out the window. What do you see today? What do you see? I see clouds right now. I think it might rain and be snowy today. We're going to add clouds to our graph. Cloudy has more than everything else. Yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Tomorrow will be diagonal line Thursday. Okay, we're gonna practice writing someone's name today. Let's start with the letter K. K E V I N. Kevin. The month is not January, not February. It is not March. It is April. April showers bring May flowers. The weather today is, we said it's cloudy right now. The season is it autumn, winter, spring, or summer? It is spring. The temperature today is it cold, cool, warm, or hot? It is cool. Today, my shirt color is like a burnt red. So we can say red. Let's find red. There it is. Today, my pants are, I am wearing jeans. The jeans are blue. I found it. How do we feel today? Are you happy, sad, angry, scared, tired, or sick? The rain makes me tired. That's okay. It's time to count our days. Let's start at number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. Our calendar at home is all done. We're going to read our story. It's time to read our book, Because of Winn-Dixie. We are on chapter 2. Today, I want you to listen when we say dog. What does it mean to be a dog? That summer I found Winn-Dixie was also the summer that me and the preacher moved to Naomi, Florida, so he could be a new preacher at a church. My daddy is a good preacher and a nice man, but sometimes it's hard for me to think of him as my daddy because he spends so much time preaching or thinking about how to get ready for a speech. And so, in my mind, I think of him as that. Before I was born, he was a missionary in India, and that is how I got my first name. But he calls me by my second name, Opal, because that's his mother's name, and he loves her. Anyway, while me and Winn-Dixie walked home, I told him how I got my name, and I told him how I had just moved to Naomi. I also told him about my dad and how he was a good man, even if he was distracted sometimes. But you know what? I told Winn-Dixie, you are a suffering dog, so maybe he will take you right away. Maybe he'll let me keep you. Winn-Dixie looked up at me and wagged his tail. He was kind of limping like something was wrong with his legs. And I have to admit, he did stink. Bad. He was an ugly dog, but already I loved him with all my heart. When we got to the Friendly Corners trailer park, I told Winn-Dixie that he had to behave right and be quiet because this was an all-adult park, and the only reason I got to live in it was because my dad and I were good. I was what the Friendly Corners trailer park manager, Mr. Alfred, called an exception. And I told Winn-Dixie he had to act like it too. Winn-Dixie looked up at me while I was telling him everything, and I swear he understood me. Sit, I told him when he got into my trailer. He sat right down. He has good manners. Stay here, I told him. I'll be right back. My dad was sitting in the living room, working on a table. He had paper spread out all around him, and he was rubbing his nose, which always means he is thinking hard. Dad, I said. He said back. You know how you always tell me that we should help those less fortunate than ourselves? He said. Well, I found a less fortunate at the grocery store. Is that right? Yes, sir, I told him. I stared at him very hard. I was wondering if he could stay with us for a while. Finally, my dad looked up at me. Opal, what are you talking about? I found a dog, and I want to keep him. No dogs. We've talked about this before. I know it, I said. I know I don't need a dog, but this dog needs me. Look, I said, I went to the trail and I hollered, Winn-Dixie! Winn-Dixie's ears shot up in the air and he grinned and sneezed and came limping up the stairs and into the trailer and put his head right in the preacher's lap, right on top of a pile of papers. My dad looked at Winn-Dixie. When Dixie looked up at him, he pulled back his lips and showed the preacher all of his crooked yellow teeth and wagged his tail. What did you call this dog? The preacher asked. Winn-Dixie, I whispered. I was afraid to say anything too loud. I could see that Winn-Dixie was having a good effect. He was making him poke his head out of his shell. Well, he's a stray if I've ever seen one. And a less fortunate too. Are you looking for a home? Winn-Dixie wagged his tail. Well, I guess you found a home. All done. We're gonna make a circle map about a dog. What do we know about dogs? They have fur, they have a tail, they smile. We know that in our book because of Winn-Dixie. When Dixie smiles, they bark, woof, woof. They have a paw. They can be puppies. They eat dog food and drink water. They are friendly and nice. Sometimes we take our dogs on a walk with a leash or feed them a treat like a dog bone. Some of us have dogs as pets. Some of them even have a little house that they can go to when they're outside if they're not living with you inside. And then we can feed our dogs and give them treats. We like dogs. Okay, I'm going to pick things that I know about dogs. I picked that they liked bones, so I'm going to take my glue stick and put it on my circle map. I know that dogs like bones. I like to feed my dogs bone treats that look like bones. They don't have to be bones. I know that dogs have paws. I know, and I listened in the story that because of Winn-Dixie, that he has a tail that shakes when he is happy. We heard in the story that Winn-Dixie has fur. Some of us have pets as a dog. I have a pet dog. I love him. Dogs are friendly. They come up to you and they lick your face. And dogs make me smile. I love my dog. Chapter 2 is all done. Good listening and answering questions today.